Alaman po ninyo yung mga sinesentensya ng pleb.
Yes, Mr. Chair, pag pinapadalhan po kami ng order nila.
Are
With
they
implementation order.
included here in your statistics submitted to the chairman?
Only PNP.
Tinatanong lang kita,
No,
Iha.
Mr.
Kasama
Chair.
ba yung mga nasentensya ng pleb dito sa statistics na binigay nyo kay chairman?
No, Mr. Chair.
So you're not giving us a true picture of the number of policemen investigated and meted penalties. Kasi yun lang inimbestiga ng pulis ang binigay nyo eh. Yung sinentensya ng pleb, yung sinentensya ng NAPOLCOM.
Congressman Acop will clarify something on those cases that been lingering sa mga ibang agency. Sige, go ahead, Congressman Acop.
These statistics presented, Mr. Chair, came from the Philippine National Police.
Yes, Congressman.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Yes, and these are the cases investigated by different disciplinary authorities
Only
of the
PNP
PNP,
disciplinary.
and it
Mr.
would
Chair.
include IAS.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Does it include the investigations conducted by NAPOLCOM?
No, Mr. Chair. Separate po.
Meron po ba kayong data nun?
The NAPOLCOM has the data, Mr. Chair.
And meron din po kayong data doon sa mga sinisentensyahan ng pleb?
Only those cases resolved by pleb. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Is
But those still pending with the pleb and other disciplinary authority outside the PNP, wala pa po, Mr. Chair.
Nalalaman po ninyo yung mga sinisentensyahan ng pleb?
Yes, Mr. Chair, pag pinapadalhan po kami ng order nila.
Are
With
they
implementation order.
included here in your statistics submitted to the chairman?
Only PNP.
Tinatanong lang kita,
No,
Iha.
Mr.
Kasama
Chair.
ba yung mga nasentensyahan ng pleb dito sa statistics na binigay nyo kay chairman?
No, Mr. Chair.
So you're not giving us a true picture of the number of policemen investigated and meted penalties. Kasi yun lang inimbestiga ng pulis ang binigay nyo eh. Yung sinentensyahan ng pleb, yung sinentensyahan ng NAPOLCOM. You're not giving us a true picture of how many policemen, kung ilan pulis ang nabibigyan ng penalties. Tama. So we want you to submit yung statistics dito. Yung number of policemen meted penalties by the different investigating bodies insofar as the police force is concerned. Kasi ang dami nag-iimbestiga sa pulis eh. Ito nga lang ang ahensya na napakarami. Wala pa rin kayong statistics doon sa iniimbestigan ng ombudsman. Ito lang ang ahensya ng gobyerno na napakarami ang nag-iimbestiga. Yung police force. Nandyan yung pleb, nandyan yung IAS, nandyan yung NAPOLCOM, nandyan yung ombudsman. Kung minsan, sumasali pa yung NBI. Di ba? So kindly give us the data as requested by the Honorable Busita, yung tamang sitwasyon talaga para malaman naman namin kung ano talaga ang tunay na sitwasyon. Right?
We will comply, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, may I ask NAPOLCOM, is there a NAPOLCOM resolution that mandates the protocol for the conduct of bypass operations on illegal drugs?
Your Honor, it is contained in the 2021 PNP operational procedures. We have entrusted that to that level, Your Honor.
Okay. How is it conducted? Kasi napakarami na pong reklamo ang nakakarating po sa aking opisina tungkol doon sa alleged illegal bypass operations conducted by our police force. And this committee has already investigated 2 of them already.
Your Honor, we have recently conducted a workshop with the PNP leadership, with the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management. And we have also conducted an orientation on the unified manual on the investigation of and prosecution of drug cases under in 2020. And this has been sternly reminded that the PNP as to why is it that up to this time the Section 21 of the chain of custody doctrine has not been implemented. It has been reiterated in People versus Lim, reiterated in Espero versus People, and in People versus Casa. And we are now trying to review the organization of Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency as to why these things has been persistently happening. We are also mindful of the success rate of the cases filed before the various courts nationwide as to why these things are not being taken care of. Your Honor.
Kaya po nagtatanong itong representation na ito dahil ang napapansin ko, unang-una, pag may nahuli, kung minsan ginagawa palit ulo o kaya nagtuturo ng iba. Yun ang kasama sa MO nila. Second, yung inventory of the alleged illegal drugs taken ay nangyayari sa ibang lugar. At doon po, ipinipresenta lang doon sa mandatory witnesses like a member of media and a member of the local government unit in the area. Kung ganun ang mangyayari, how do we determine whether nasa lugar o nasa patakaran yung pag-perform nila ng drug bypass operations? Lalong-lalo na kung walang, sinasabi ni Honorable Busita, walang body camera o kaya walang ARD or alternative recording devices as mandated by the resolution of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honor. Nandoon po sa 2021 na POP, yung word na immediacy, kung sakali pong warrantless arrest o yung bypass operation, kinakailangan available na yung insulating witnesses. At pagkatapos yung arresting officer o yung poster buyer, kailangan i-mark agad yung shabu o yung subject ng bypass operation. Immediately kailangan po ma-establish yung chain of custody, ma-turn over ito doon sa investigating officer at doon po magkakandak ng immediate din upon confiscation ng drugs. Dapat merong inventory at photographing in the presence of the accused o yung persons arrested in possession ng drugs. At dapat po ito nakukuha ng camera. At kung ito naman po pursuant doon sa search warrant, kailangan meron ding body worn camera para ma-establish din po yung chain of custody from the time na mark yung shabu hanggang magkaroon ng inventory at photographing kasama yung accused, and then hanggang ma-turn over po ito sa chemist hanggang makarating po doon sa husgado po. Ito po ay paulit-ulit na pinapaalam doon sa mga pulis. At ito po yung naroon sa Section 21 din at nandoon sa Unified. At kung ino naman po ito ini-implement sa baba, bago naman sila mag-bypass operation, kinakailangan meron din silang pre-operation clearance at coordination sa PIDEA. At yung kung sakali mo magkakaroon na ng bypass operation, kailangan meron din itong documentation from the time it was planned up to the time it was effected. Napakalinaw po at napakahigpit ng requirements. Subalit siguro po doon sa command responsibility doctrine, hindi ito na ikakascade ng ilang mga officers na nag-a-attend doon sa training, at yung mga patrolman at yung mga non-commissioned officer are solely relying doon sa mga commanders ng kanilang mga unit. Kaya we are also trying to impose upon them yung command responsibility. Why are these procedures not being cascaded and not being ensured that these are the norms of or the procedures in the conduct of bypass operation, Your Honor?
Maganda po yung inyong proseso eh. Pero unfortunately, it's not being followed. I think you have been invited to the investigations conducted by this committee insofar as illegal buy-bust operations are concerned. At nakita nyo naman na hindi tama yung ginagawa ng ating kapulisan. Unfortunately, yun ang nangyayari doon sa mga istasyon. Ginagawa nila yung palit ulo o kaya dagdag ulo. Yung nahuli nila, nagtuturo, ginagawa nila ng paraan na mahuli rin yung idadagdag ulo o kaya ipapalit ulo. It is very unfortunate. Kasi hindi ko alam kung bakit ginagawa ng kapulisan yun. Noong una, question na dahil doon sa kailangan may accomplishment na i-report yung istasyon. Kaya kung totoo yun, na kailangan magkaroon sila ng parang quota na accomplishment, I think mali na yung ginagawa. Just to attain the quota and so far as accomplishment is concerned, Mr. Vice Chair. So nakikita ko, ganun na ang kalakaran doon sa mga istasyon. Kasi, nung unang inimbestigahan yung incident na ito, napakarami ng sulat ang natanggap ng aking opisina at sinasabi, ganun din ang nangyari sa kanilang kamag-anak. Ganun. So, and as a matter of fact, the Supreme Court has already warned all the agencies concerned involving illegal drug operations. Kasi nadidismiss yung kaso dahil nga sa hindi pagsunod sa protocol na sinasaad doon sa ating mga rules and regulations. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Sakto. Okay. Thank you so much, Vice Chairman Acop. So, any other, sige, Congressman Busita, please.
Mr. Chair, maaari ba itanong sa PNP, meron ba kayong IDMIS na tinatawag? DPRM, representative. IDMIS, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Meron po.
Ano po ba ang meaning ng IDMIS?
Internal Disciplinary Mechanism Information System, Mr. Chair.
Sino po ang nag-handle nito, Mr. Chair?
Our ITPOs, Mr. Chair, but meron din po kaming in charge sa aming division.
So under ito ng DPRM, Mr. Chair.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
So siguro, Mr. Chair, mapag-submit din po yung IDMIS ng ilan yung numbers or yung mga may kaso na PNP. Kasi naalala ko yan dahil na rin doon sa nabanggit ni Honorable Congressman Acop na mayroong mga kaso from IAS, PLEB, NAPOLCOM, Ombudsman. Yung po ba, Mr. Chair, yung IDMIS na yon kasi ang ganda IDMIS. Lahat po ba naka-interlink ito para lahat ng kaso na yon automatically papasok sa IDMIS ng PNP, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, from the word internal disciplinary, it only involves cases being investigated by the PNP, Mr. Chair. It does not cover the cases filed in other disciplinary authorities, which are Ombudsman, Civil Service, and even PLEB. Hindi pa po kasama doon, Mr. Chair. The one being read by the chairman, Mr. Chair, a while ago, are the data available from our IDMIS.
So ano ba yun? IAS?
IAS, Chief PNP, RDs, Director NASUS and NOSUS, and COPs, PDs po sa baba.
So,
And other equivalent supervisors also.
so Mr. Chair, makikita natin lahat dyan ng mga may kasong pulis. Tama po ba?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
So, kailan pa po ba nag-start itong IDMIS ng PNP?
February 2021, Mr. Chair. But until now po, marami pa rin po kaming problem with respect sa uploading ng mga cases namin.
Okay. So, yun lang, Mr. Chair. May I request na mag-submit po ang IDMIS ng DPRM, PNP ng list of personnel na may ongoing cases, Mr. Chair. Thank
Okay,
you.
so thank you so much. Quick question lang ako kasi kasi iya sa Napolcom almost the same yung function, di ba? So sino mas maraming nahawakang kaso sa Napolcom sa IAS? Or kapag kasi ang paniniwala ko pag once na napasok na ng IAS, hindi mo na pwede pasok ng Napolcom, is that right? Di ba? Ganun ang procedure, di ba? So alin ang mas maraming kaso na hahawakan? Do you have the data for that?
Sir, good afternoon. Police Officer Squanso from the PNP Internal Affairs Service. Actually, sir, our jurisdiction covers admin cases involving police officers. And then our authority is to conduct this administrative investigation as well as summary hearing. And then from our summary proceedings, we recommend for the penalty to the different disciplinary authority, which is the regional director of police regional offices as well as the chief PNP. So the decision over these administrative cases belongs to this disciplinary authority, sir. So sa PNP, yes, ano lang, sir, kami
Oh yeah, it
recommendatory.
depends no kung sa region or kaya kay Chief PNP,
Yes, sir.
no. And then that is yung administrative case sa inyo. How about sa Napolcom?
Your Honor, please.
Sige, go ahead.
Kaya po marai doon sa IAS kasi under Section 39, automatic po eh. Ang sabi dito, IAS shall also conduct motu proprio automatic investigation sa five situations po. Incidents where police personnel discharge a firearm. Automatic agad yon. Incident where death, serious physical injury, or any violation of human rights occurred in the conduct of police operation. Letter C, incidents where evidence are compromised, tampered with, obliterated, or lost while in the custody of police personnel. Letter D, incident where a suspect in custody of the police was seriously injured. And letter E, incidents where established rules of engagement have been violated. Kaya automatic po ito. Kaya mula po roon sa regional offices ng IAS, dapat naiimbestigahan kaagad. Part po ito ng disciplinary machinery. At kasabay din po rito, kung hindi gumalaw yung IAS, pwede rin pong any ordinary citizen, pwede pumunta po sa pleb. At yung pleb, ang penalty po niyan, from suspension, forfeiture hanggang dismissal po. Malakas yung pleb na machinery. Kaya doon po sa katanungan, kaya po marais sila, kasi nga automatic dapat ito hinaharap na kagad nila. At ito naman po, pwede namang i-appeal sa amin kung sakali.
Okay, so yung 5 incidents na yun ang pwedeng by motu proprio action na automatic na action na nila. And beyond that, beyond the 5 incidents, no, ay pwede na sa inyo.
Yes, Your Honor. Sa Section 53 naman po, kami ng Regional Director, yung Chief PNP at yung Napolcom, pag mga serious violations po na grave offenses at strong yung evidence, we can allow Regional Director, kamukha po rito sa NCR, inallow po namin sila mag-take cognizance kasi they are immersed dun sa community. Mabilis theoretically yung kanilang disposition doon. At in fact, na-decrease po nila.
Okay.
And so forth and so on. Yun.
Klaro.